Hey family, I normally don't do this. Actually, it's probably my first time ever doing it, but I felt the need to do it. I probably do this more often. Please excuse the nasal sound coming from my voice. I'm trying to get over a cold, but I wanted to briefly go over the fact that whatever is for you, and nothing can prevent stuff that's for you from ultimately coming to pass. And I share that because it was about a month ago that a guy who actually created Alltel Wireless years ago, he got a hold of my business plan. For those of you who don't know, the whole no love concept and the logo and everything like that is the logo for the company or business that I'm building, which is a simulated game, if you will, that allows people to self-counsel and coach themselves from the dating phase to the relationship phase and to and throughout the marriage phase, to help them when they're going through struggles, or even to prevent them from divorce, or even to prevent them from going through the struggles that they will go through while they're going through those different phases. So right now it's in a prototype form as a board game, but I'm transitioning it from that prototype board game form to a free app and social network, so that those won't have to pay for it to have this God-given gift that I want to share with the world, and ultimately decrease the divorce rate, which ultimately will make for better families, better communities, better cities and states, and ultimately a better world, because it all starts at home. But that's not what I came to speak about. I shared that backstory because there was the guy that I was speaking about earlier, who created Alltel. He actually got a hold of my business plan and saw that I had been raising $250,000 to bring this app and social network to fruition. And he stated at this meeting that he and I had, that if I gave him 33% of my company, everything that I was raising the $250,000 for, in addition to many other things, he would take care of everything that I was raising the $250,000 for. Now, I instantly thought to myself, well, that's wonderful. I don't have to raise $250,000 anymore. I can get this thing started. And I also have the majority of the control of my company. 67% I will still have of my company, and I will be perfectly fine with that. And then everything started to sink in. I started thinking to myself, man, this is a steal. And it was a steal. But it wasn't a steal in my favor, because I thought about, I would instantly have raised the $250,000, so to speak, but I would also have instantly given away 33% of my company. Now, this has been in the making for going on 5 years. And somebody that looked at a presentation and saw me on TV for 5 to 15 minutes was about to get 33% of the life of this business model. Now, mind you, if we did the calculations, if I would have taken the offer, he would have probably at the most spent $50,000 based off of what he already has and everything. He probably would have had to spend maybe $50,000 to build something once, and of course maintenance it and keep it up. But he would not have really put anything into it. And for the life of my company, which has been estimated to be $1 billion industry or concept, he would have gotten 33% of that. Now, I share that to say this. Again, what's for you is for you. Nothing can prevent that from happening, and no one can dictate whether it does happen or not. So if God has given it to you, he will also provide you with the resources to get it or have it or bring it to life. So I want to leave with this. Instant gratification ultimately leads to distant ramification. Instant sensation will ultimately lead to distant aggravation. Or as a wise old man once told me, if it's fast, it won't last. If it's slow, it's for show. While you're out making these decisions, the enemy is going to show up in different forms to try to take what God has given to you, your legacy and your family. And it's going to really, really be tempting to take on what it is that they have to offer. Just be mindful that if God gave it to you, he will supply it. And when you really find that person, because I'm not saying that a person is not going to be sent to help you, or you're not going to be blessed with some type of help throughout the process, but you are going to know, not feel, that that person or that thing is the right thing. And ultimately, that will be the blessing that allows for you to reap the entire benefit of God's gift to you in the world, as opposed to you being instantly gratified, but ultimately, distantly reaping the ramifications of an instant decision that you wanted to make just to take care of something that in hindsight is very, very small. And in my case, that was the $250,000, because that 33% can go to you, which is friends and family, through shares, and in the future it can go to my family. It can go to so many people that actually have put in sweat equity to help me to bring this to fruition, whether it be through their friendship, through them allowing me to counsel them or consult them or play the game or add some type of idea to the game. So just be mindful that things are going to come to you in different forms that seem great. It seem like they're going to take you to the next level or the next phase of your journey, but they're not necessarily going to be there to help you. It's going to actually slow you down in the long run and actually prevent you from actually reaping the blessing that God intended for you and your family to have, because you were not patient enough to allow him to bring to life what he had already birthed in you, because you wanted to immediately have a C-section so that you can just have the baby in your hand right now. Okay? I love y'all as usual. Y'all take care. I appreciate your minds and time. God bless, and keep on pushing. What's for you is for you, and it will come to life. Peace.